Yo, 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 what's going on, everyone? This is Eric with SweetSpotDFS going over a website and database stream. Not really so much going over, just building. And so you guys see it, here we are. This is what's on the front page right now. Of course, this is going to change. This is my video for the Cognizant Classic. I haven't really changed the homepage. However, we've done a lot of different things, or I've done a lot of different things with the website. I had to create a lot of different membership pages, so when you sign up, you will be able to go through the appropriate channels. So, for instance, okay, so first of all, this stream is just going to be me working on the website, hanging out with you. So if you guys come to the channel, one, I'll take recommendations from you. This is kind of your way of coming in and being like, hey, could you add this? Could you add that? Even if you're watching this on replay and you're like, you know what? I'd really like a website to do this when it comes to like fantasy golf or just golf in general. That is what I will try to provide. So again, this video is more of like a little hangout sesh while I work on my website. We can talk about the Texas Children's Open, or Houston Open, I should say. We can talk about that. We can talk about anything. You want to talk about other golf-specific topics? Maybe not. You know, I don't know. I'm open. Like I said, it's just a little hangout session. I'm going to be building my website while recording and talking to you all. If I get no engagement, then I'll be talking to myself, but hopefully that's not the case. I still will, you know, kind of go over every little move that I'm doing, or at least speak through it as to what I'm trying to accomplish. So if you're interested in building a website, I can show you all the things that I've learned. I'm very much a noob when it comes to building a website. I touched it a long time ago and then kind of went, you know, almost a full year without doing it. And then I went right back into it. So the goal for this is to get all the pages done. And the pages I'm going to build are going to revolve around the reports that I want to share. And I've shared these reports before. Let me see if I can show some to you. You know what I could do? I could go here and go to services. I think that's where I have my report. Yeah, Power BI, I just need to sign in. I need to get past this so you guys don't have to deal with that. That's one of those things that I'm going to have to learn how to do. But yeah, we go here and here's a report that I built. Now, of course, there isn't anything in this area up here yet. I did have a like little search thing that you could do that I got rid of because I didn't really like, and I haven't updated it any other way. But basically every page will have a report. It won't look exactly like this, but you'd be able to research whatever you want. So if you come in here and you're like, hey, you know, it'd be really cool is if we had a course history page that showed DraftKings points per tournament, or, you know, for each tournament, or it'd be great to know what their cut percentage is or whatever. Like, this is your time to come into the stream and be like, hey, I'd like something like this, or I'd like something like that. And I can at least write it down. If not, you know, just consider it, I guess. I mean, I do have veto power since it is my site, but I would much rather take your guys' advice on it or any requests that you have, because I'm not only building this for myself, I'm building it for you guys as well. What's going on, Daniel? How are you doing? How are your lineups so far? But yeah, that's kind of the whole purpose here. I don't know exactly how much I'm really going to get into the building aspect of it. I can show you guys all these different things. I'm mostly just going to create pages. So I already know I need to create a few different pages. So if you've never been in a website builder before, this will be fun. This will be interesting. JK Lawrence, what's going on, man? Nice to see both of you. 2 members. I love the badges. Always fun seeing badges in the chat. Okay, so one, I know we need a course history page, so we'll create a course history page. We don't need the title to be shown. Change my default to Elementor. That's what I use for my editing when it comes to. I'll show you how this is kind of cool. Here, actually, let me just show you how it goes right now. First, you need to publish a page. So what I was showing you just recently, publish without launching the site. I know you guys want to see the site, but not yet. Not yet. If you've never tried to build a website before, what I did a lot of research when I was first looking into this. I wanted a website builder to go along with a database connection. Essentially, that's basically what I was first thinking about, and I did a lot of research in it at that time. Now, there's a person that I know you all watch named Rick Gaiman. If you go to Rick Run Good, you will see what his site looks like. He uses this exact same thing. In fact, when you go to his videos and you watch, you will see kind of this dashboard. There's this dashboard up top. Maybe it won't have exactly all of these things. You can choose to hide some of these things if you want. You can choose to show the dashboard or not. Actually, you can't see that. Yeah, so this right here, all of this right here. If you watch his videos, you will see this dashboard at the top, and you'll see this little W. That stands for WordPress. So I was kind of like looking at his site or his videos. I've never paid for a subscription on his site, primarily because I just do all my own stuff. But I was like, okay, so he uses WordPress. He obviously is deep into this stuff. Maybe WordPress is the best site. I was like, well, how do you connect everything? And I was looking at how he was doing everything, and I was like, wait a minute, that looks very familiar. That looks like Power BI. And sure enough, it was. And then you just do some Google searches and go like, hey, I want to connect to Power BI to WordPress. How do I do that? And, you know, it was very simple. So bada bing, bada boom. That's what I ended up doing. So that's how we're going to do that. And that's exactly what this service or this report comes from, is Power BI. Again, you really can't see, like, this doesn't really mean much to you guys. Because there's no filters that I can add to it right now. But if I were to, again, I showed this before. Maybe at the end of the video, I'll get into the weeds and we can go over like all the different ways that we can edit these reports or filter by them. But for right now, we're just gonna keep it here. I just want to build all the pages that I need to in order to get the site up and running. I want to publish it live this weekend. That's my goal. Sunday night or just Sunday in general. I want this to be live. I want you to be able to log in, at least be able to set up an account and check out the cheat sheet. So that's going to be the first thing that I'm going to publish. I'll probably get into writing articles at some point in time. In the beginning, it's just going to be very bare bones. So that's kind of what I have in store. I'll show you all these pages because they're kind of interesting. All right, let me catch up with chat. Actually trending even, winning a small amount on Showdown. Awesome. It's always great to get a Thursday Showdown win to feel like you're already trending upwards when it comes to winnings. Lineups are doing pretty good. Nap though, yeah. Here, I'll show you the end of my ownership percentages. What I ended up going with, my exposures, I should say. A lot of times I just scrap whatever I do. This was the first week I didn't put any of the lineups that I built on stream in any of my lineups. So here are my final exposures. This is what I ended up saving. One way that I like to do this for myself is just make sure you know what? I'm only showing this because I'm really curious to see how much exposure I had to Jake Knapp. Okay. Yeah, 16% is usually going to be the most that I'll ever own anybody 8K and below. Really, 9K and below. You can see that right here. 18% for Patrick Rogers. You want to know something? I had to force him into my lineups because my optimizer did not want to play Patrick Rogers, but I just had a feeling. I like Patrick Rogers this week. This was the last lineup I built, and it's not a terrible lineup, to be honest. I have no idea how it looks right now. But yeah, once I heard the Wyndham Clark news, I heavily reduced my exposure to him. I had him actually at 25%. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to play him more than 8%. And then I kind of forced him into 9. I'm checking out the leaderboard right now. Here, let's check out the leaderboard together. No need to keep it from you. Wilson Furr made it all the way up to the top. Good for him. Played him last week. Didn't help me last week. I also played a little bit of Davis Riley this week. High on Scotty Scheffler. Why wouldn't you be? That's just like the weird thing. I was listening around to some podcast this week, and holy crap, was I just getting pissed off listening to people talking. Like, you know, Scotty Scheffler could be he's not gonna be the next Tiger Woods, but he's gonna be the next guy. He already is the next guy, but him getting 3 in a row, why would that? Like, some people are like, well, no one ever, you know, nobody really does that. It's highly unlikely in today's game that someone's ever going to win 3 in a row. I don't know. Have you watched Scotty Scheffler play? Yeah, I think dude, I like Scotty a lot. Hold on. Let me pull up something else too while we're at it. Where are you? Okay. Nope, not those. Not those. There we go. Found it. Remember me going over the 7K combo buckets yesterday, or in the video? Ramlet was someone I was kind of eyeing. Moore was someone I was eyeing. I kind of liked D-Tree. I'd mark these guys in red because they're in the AM wave, and I kind of wanted to stay away from them. Akshay was one of those that I was like, you know, I kind of want to play. But like Victor Perez was a guy I wanted to play. Which guy was I looking at? Why did I bring this up? Svensson. Okay, so you remember me talking about this in the video where I was like, you know, the very bottom. You see how these guys equal to 1? Looking at this column right here. These guys equal 1. It's like every week at least one of these guys finishes inside the top 20. So I was looking at this and I'm like, well, which guys are going to be? And it's the only reason I started playing, like I was playing some Svensson. I didn't play a lot of Svensson. I'll show you exactly how much I played of Adam Svensson, but it did get me onto playing him. 4%. Okay, 4%. I have him in some good lineups though. I black him out after I put him in my lineups. So let me unblack them. Okay. So these top ones, these were all my favorite lineups. The ones up here. Do I have any Svensson up here? Probably don't, right? I mean, I have some Kevin Doherty. Like Kevin Doherty. Oh, how did Norlander do today? Anybody know? Even? That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, actually, how am I doing when it comes to DraftKings? I shut everything down. I didn't care. I was getting bored. I didn't want to watch any more golf. We're not winning a lot, but we are set up. Let's see here. Yeah, there's some winner take alls that I have some skin in the game. Ooh. Nice. Oh my god, this would be sweet. I have a satellite that I'm hoping dude, this would be great to pay off. Scheffler, Noren, Davis, Thompson, Moore, and Goddard. So here, I just want to show you that I practice what I preach. I literally practice what I preach. You see Goddard up here, he's 6,100. You don't have to care about him, but 6,500, Ryan Moore. I don't think Davis was actually technically in the 7K range. But I told you, you want to play one of these guys, right? At least one, no more than two. There's your boy right there, Ryan Moore. I actually have this lineup in this lineup's in 20 of these Millie Maker qualifiers. Dude, I would love to get 20 tickets. 20 tickets into the Millie Maker. That just means I gotta spend less money. I might go all in on the Millie Maker this week. Or not this week, during the Masters. I seriously, you know, I won the $1,800 at from the Genesis, and I've just been saving up, or just saving, just keeping that money in DraftKings because I want to play it at the Masters. Yeah, Goddard up. There's our boy Goddard up. Patrick Rogers was a guy I really wanted to play. Mac Hughes kept showing up. I had to kick him out of my lineup so much on the optimizer. I did not want to play Mac Hughes, but there's Mac Hughes. Davis Riley. Let's see. I felt like I had a really good Davis Riley lineup. Let me double check. Yeah, actually that one I liked a lot. Riley Day, Cameron Davis, Davis Thompson, Sam Ryder, and Davis Riley. Too bad for Jason Day. I don't know what the hell's going up with that guy. Did he make a birdie on the last? I hope he got to +1. It's all my Davis Riley with... Okay, no. Well, this one has Jake Knapp in it. That sucks. Jake Knapp again. Darn it. If there's one thing I dislike about my optimizer, I actually built this into my optimizer so I can see. If you guys didn't know, I do a bad job of trying to market this. I literally put it in like, what's the most common match? I suppose if I went down to Davis Riley, what was he, 6,100? I don't remember how much he was, Riley. So he's paired up with Scheffler 4 times, which is exactly where I'd want him to go. But I also have this combination bucket where you can see how much someone is paired up with a golfer. So could go with Davis Riley and just figure out all the guys that I paired him up with. And this is one way to kind of like curtail how much you play him, but I only played him in what, 4 lineups it looks like, so. Oh well, it is what it is. You can't win them all. I mean, I hope Jake Knapp comes back around tomorrow. That'd be sweet. But anyways, yeah. Let's see. My highest combo was Scotty Scheffler and Sahith Theegala. I paired them up together in 26 lineups out of 140. Well, we'll see. See how it goes. They get the morning wave, or Sahith gets the morning wave tomorrow, so that's all good. Day, did he birdie the last? He had a 6-footer. He did not. You son of a bitch. Oh, he had a 9-footer. My bad. Bummer. Bummer, bro. I guess he has the morning to try to shoot something low tomorrow. That'd be great. Okay, back to the website. Let me check chat first. I was kind of going on a little tangent there. Holy moly. Is Zalatoris just in a funk, or is he unplayable? I keep going to him and it hurts. I would say this. Zalatoris right now is... What, last time we saw him was API and he played well? Or no, it was the players and he missed the cut, right? Wasn't that what it was? I don't have my spreadsheets open. So I'm not positive, but I think that's what it was. He just knocking the rust off, and honestly, I mean, he kind of looked out of sorts. His putter looked really bad. I mean, that's something to... We always know he's kind of bad with the putter. What the fur? LOL, shaking my head. I know, JK, I know. The course was so quote unquote soft in the AM. I had to get some players from that wave. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm sold, and I think I'll continue to live this strategy. I will refrain from playing the scrubs in the AM PM wave. So anyone that, you know, probably in the 7K range and below, or anyone that I should say is what would you call it, risky to play in the 8 or the 9K range that has an AM PM wave, I'm just not gonna do it. Don't want to. Rather not. This is feeling like a great freaking week. I sure hope so. Zalatoris needs some time. Good to see he'll be able to swing. New back, new swing. JK, hey Eric, I'm into top 40 parlays now. Yeah, how's that going for you? Daniel goes, one thing I find about golf is that it is incredibly unpredictable. So the fact that everyone wanted to question Scotty, which is maybe the only consistent, doesn't make any sense. I know, dude. I know. The sum sheet makes it easier to have faith in those low-priced players. The sum sheet? What is that? Your mindset has to be at peak all the time, which Scotty is able to do, I guess. One thing I love about this community is we, Eric, and the group doesn't hot take, but discuss. Oh yeah, for sure. Tiger always thought he would win any tournament. Gotta be dominant. Mamba mentality. Hell yeah. Absolutely. I think Scotty feels he just isn't an overly vocal guy, which I'm great with. I know, dude. He is just... I wouldn't say he's a grinder, but he's just like, you know, back to work, essentially. I do love your strategy now. It makes so much sense. You talking with me? The AM scrubs? Stay away from the AM PM scrubs. All right. Let's build some pages. We need to build pages. All right, so I'm building course history. I told you we can go into these pages and just show what they're like. Elementor, by the way, is a plugin that you can use. So I was talking about WordPress. WordPress is what, you know, some of the sites I watch, or some of the podcasts that I watch, what they use for their sites. And it's pretty cool. Like this little section right here, I can't click and drag. You can choose what you want to do. You can hover over them that says add premium template, add new section, add template, add an elements kit template. That's another plugin that I added. Build with AI, so I could tell AI to build me something. I haven't tried that yet. It looks cool. Actually, I shouldn't say I haven't tried it. I have tried it. It didn't work for me, so... And then we've got starter templates. So there are some cool things you can do. I already know that I'm going to be building a... this will just be a dashboard that I include. But I can update the footer down here. So like services, I'm probably going to get rid of that. Get in touch, I'll probably get rid of that. Oh, here's one thing we can do really quick. Now that it's on my mind. Go into each one of these, because Twitter, so if I click this Twitter thing, you paste the URL. I do need to do this anyways, so we can just paste that and update. So I don't know, can I click on it right now? If I click on it... Oh, wait. There's one other piece I can add to this. I think there's an option that when you click on it, it will open up link options, open a new window. You see this is checked. I love that feature. So if I go here and if I refresh this page, I scroll all the way down and click on the Twitter thing, it'll open up my Twitter. Open in a new window. Isn't that cool? Just, it's that simple. Just boom. Let's see here. Since we're here, I can do, okay, so I can style this however I want. I can go to, okay, icon hover. So when you hover over it, it will highlight to this color. I can actually change that and do my global color red. So you see how it highlights red now? That's what I'm going to do for all of them. Just highlight them red. All of them are red? Yeah, absolutely. Hell yeah, brother. Going to my YouTube. Let me open up a different page. View your channel. Give me my branding. Where is it? Here we go. Custom URL. Paste that in there. Update. I'll go back to here and we refresh. Check it out. Boom. Right to the YouTubes. And then Instagram is the same thing. I really am not super active on the Instagram, so if those, I know some people have followed me recently on there. I apologize. I intend to be a little bit more active when it comes to that, but for right now, it just isn't. It just isn't. All right, this was one of the things I needed to do anyways. There you go. 7 posts, 23 followers, 57 following. I don't, and then I just link the YouTube in there. Cool. All right. All right, so this page I'm just gonna delete anyways. Services, I'm not gonna do anything with services. But yeah, here's my course history page that I was updating. Let's add something in here just for now. I want to add a heading. And I think we just call it course history. Just for now. And just update it. Actually, do this. I'm gonna add a spacer in here. See how you just you can click and drag this stuff up here? It's wonderful. Let's make the spacer like that big. Perfect. Cool. All right, so course history is one of those things I wanted to build. I also want to do one for recent form. Okay. Catching up with chat, I had asked you, what do you love? What strategy do you love? And I asked if it was the AM scrubs. You go, yeah, the AM scrubs. I use AppSheet to turn my Google Sheets into an app. Oh, that's super cool. Well, I mean, you do Google Sheets, right? From the App Store, and then it just links to your Drive. Yeah. Daniel asks, are you ever going to have a Discord? I think it would be a great community. Yes, I actually do have a Discord. I don't use it. One thing to note, and this is probably something that I'll have to change eventually. I don't like social media. I don't care to go on it. Like, I'll go through Twitter just to find nuggets of information, but when I start scrolling through all the negativity, I will get, it'll take some time. Like, I'll continue doing it and I'll realize to myself, what am I doing? Why am I going through this stuff? This is so stupid. I don't want, whatever. And then I'll shut it down and stop looking at it for a while. I'm usually just always busy. Well, one, I work a 9-to-5 job. 2, I'm updating my spreadsheets frequently when it comes to my podcasting stuff, and then 3, I'm building a website, and 4, I'm building a broadcast. So it's like most of the time I just don't have the energy to do a Discord. I don't even know how to show you guys like what Discord to join. But yeah, I do have a Discord. I can't even zoom in. But there's I have a SweetSpotDFS Discord channel. I'm the only person in it. I built this a long time ago, and I've never shared it because I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Like, you guys can all come in here if you want. I don't even know how to share it, to be honest with you. Invite people, sure, server settings, privacy settings. I don't even know. I don't know. But I do have a Discord. I will eventually provide it. I think what I'm going to do is just add it to like membership levels or whatever. You hate it as well, but Discord is community driven and you don't always have to be there. Yeah, that's the thing though. It's like, you know, it's my Discord and I imagine people want to go to the Discord to ask me questions, like personal questions or something to that effect. And I guess part of it is I don't want to take on that responsibility just yet. So if someone comes to the Discord and they're just like, hey, SweetSpotDFS, what do you think about this? I don't want to always feel like, because I'm going to have that feeling of responsibility, like I need to pay attention to it all the time. And for right now, it gives me a headache thinking about that. For right now. Maybe in the future, I know it's the best way to keep in touch with people, but what we're doing right now is what I would much rather do. I would much rather look at my chat while you're typing out to me. You get my full attention right now while I'm doing things, and then I get to talk to you. Because I like talking more than I like typing. I literally, like when it comes to my phone, because I know that's like some people, they're just like glued to their phone. And they'll be on Discord through their phone and stuff like that, texting and whatever. I just find that to be annoying to some extent. But anything can change, you know. If I can, one of the things that I've learned throughout life is if I just start doing something that I might not like, I might get my mind might change just by doing it, and it'll be like, yo, you know, this isn't so bad. So this is my 2 cents on it. I don't want to discourage anybody from what I'm saying. I know it's negative. I've been having one of those days anyways where I'm just like crabby. But it's my 2 cents when it comes to the Discord. I'm open to it. I guess I created it, right? Okay, let's build some more pages. So course history, got it. Let's build recent form. Oh yeah, required membership. Weekly, monthly, yearly, and founding member. I forgot to do that on the last one. All right. I should have been paying attention to my viewer count. I don't know who all came in and who did not. I see I have 10 viewers though. Yeah, I hear you. Makes total sense. I'm just thinking of ways to market that isn't so dirty feeling, and you can do for the most part, not seek constantly or constant negativity and BS. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, I've heard many people close to me, like one of the really bad things that one of the things that I do that's bad for business, I forget to tweet whenever I go live. I forget. Like, that's the other thing too. Obviously I'm coming on these Tuesdays and Thursdays and I forget to tweet out, hey, I'm going live, come check me out. That just shows you like how infrequent that I use social media for things. And I get hounded by, you know, people closest to me, like, why don't you ever market that stuff? Why don't you do that? You know, all of that, all those things that would help. You know, I just forget to do that, which I need to not forget to do. All right, so recent form is built. I personally want a page. Hey, how about this? All right, I think we got 2 people in the chat. I imagine it's you, Daniel, and JK. All right, for you guys, what I want you to do, this will be roll call number 1. You're already getting entries just for participating in the chat, but when it comes to what you want on this website, if there was something that no other site has that you would like to use, what would you, or how would I word that? Let me phrase it differently. What's something that you'd like to see on a website that you currently don't see? Let's do that. How did I have this before? Oh, I just have it right there. Okay. Okie-doke. So basically what I want to see is round by round scoring. I want to see birdies, eagles, what their score is, how under par they are, like kind of. It's difficult because, okay, here's something I want you all to understand. So let me use this page. This page will be just fine. I'm gonna create a new tab. And basically what I'm concerned about. So here's what I will be doing. It'll be like player name. Actually, you're also gonna have to include the tournament name and the season. You're gonna have to include something. So it's gonna always have to have these 3 things just to distinguish it amongst other ones. You know, like currently we're in the Houston Open 2024. Let's just call Scotty. Actually, no. Let's go test golfer number 1. I only do that because when I click and drag down, it should create like golfer 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 or whatever. Yeah. So like it's gonna have this stuff, and let me just make a header really quick, like just to color this so we can see the difference. Okay. That, and then do something like this. Okay. So here's what I'm concerned about. If we add too much stuff, just so you're aware, if you add too much stuff on a page, I'm just gonna name it like this, ABC. And then I'm gonna show you what that might look like when we actually put real stuff in there. Let's say it goes all the way over here. We have 26 things to look at. Here's the issue. So right now, you guys, would you much rather it be easier to read on the page, where you only have a limited amount of columns to look at? Or would you really want to squint to see all of the different columns on the sheet? You know, like, that's where my brain starts thinking about when it comes to building these things. I like fine print. I read fine print better, but personally, I'm probably going to have to consider everybody that comes into here and try to figure out what they would like. And what I would much rather do is create several reports that have little bits of data on them that you can use for researching. So for like, just for instance, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Let's just say this was round 1. Let me just write it out, I guess. Round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, right? And let's just say 69, 70, 65, 72. And then this can be total score. And you know what? We probably have to include their finishing position, right? Place. We'll just call it finishing place. And let's just say that's 1, 2, 3, yada, 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 all the way down. And then you have this, and that can also just go all the way down. It doesn't matter. And then we would have an equal, like the total sum. Most people will never look at this total. Most people will never look at the total. It doesn't matter to them. They're probably more interested in score. And we'll call this like minus 14. And just say, you know, more people will care about this than they will this. So most likely this will be hidden, right? You'd hide that and you just see score. Now, what comes next is, I don't know, what would you guys rather see? Personally, for me, I would want to see, you know, birdies, eagles, I guess pars. Some of this I don't care. I just want to see birdies and eagles. Birdies and eagles are really the only thing I would want to see. But bogeys, double bogey. How about just double bogey worst? DB worst. Worse. Something like that. But I guess for me, what I'd want to see, one would be DK points. It's not how you spell points. Let's just do this, DK points. And let's just say they scored 120. And then I'd want to know if they were inside the top 10 for DK top 10. So we can go DK top 10. And we can either make this a 1 or a yes. We can just go yes. Let's just do this and just say that. And then birdies can just be whatever. Maybe they had 15, 1 eagle. I don't remember the numbers that you need to get to, but let's just say there's 20 pars, 3 bogeys, 1 double bogey worst, something like that. That's probably not how it goes, but we're gonna keep it like that. But you already see how many stats now that we've included. So now it's, what do we want the report to see? What do we want to see on the report? Like, if I'm making a round by round scoring page, really this is all that matters to me. Not so much this. It would actually look something different. You would have, you'd still have this, right? But you would have 4 instances of it. And then instead of, I mean, season you'd want, but you'd also want round in there. So this would be like round 1, round 2, round 3, and round 4. And then the others, like this would be completely different. So I'm just gonna keep it like this, the same down here. Do something like that. And then this would be what? It'd just be score, I guess. It'd have to be score. We could put finishing place here. Why not? That can always come, you know, back. So 1, 1, 1, 1. Not so much come back. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, score. Obviously 69 would be round 1, round 2 would be this, round 3 would be that, and round 4 would be that. So it'd be score, par. So it would be score to par. How would I write that out? It'd just be score to par. It'd have to be score to par. How does the PGA do it? Oh yeah, I meant to tell you I changed my logo on DK with the Sweet Spot logo. Lovely, love that. For some reason it changed in my profile but won't change in contest. Yeah, so I've learned do it on desktop and do it on mobile. And then that should change it. Because I think mine even is like the old SSDFS that I had. Something like that. Okay, so they have a total and just R1. Okay. So there's score. Man. Sure. Total's fine. So we can just say this is -3, -2, -7, and even. We'll make that a 0. Did I make 14 prop? No, that's -12. Okay, well, whatever. I thought I had it perfect. So then you'd have your score. So this is perfect right here because we get to see, we could average these out. We could look at, you know, round 1. Actually, we don't need to put, we can just do this. So we can look at every round 1 for Test Golfer 1. And then we can see what their average finishing place was, their average score, and score to par. Which that has to be score to par. Just has to. It would make no, it doesn't make any sense. And this can be total. Okay. No. Score and total. Perfect. Love that. Super simple. I don't know why we didn't think of that before. Then we can also do DK point. Actually, I think how it, well, yeah, DK points. I'd put here DK. We wouldn't do DK top 10. But then I would go birdies. Actually, eagles first. Eagles. Oh, wait a minute. Aces. How about that? Aces. Eagles, birdies, par, bogeys, double bogey worse. Sometimes I don't want to do acronyms because you won't know what acronyms would be. Double bogey worse. Let's just DB worse. Nah, it's gotta be DB worse. And I think that's fine, right? So when it comes to round by round stuff, what else do we add? Anything? Let's see here. That's a good question. There aren't a lot of good showdown projections. Yeah, projections are difficult. I don't know. I would have to create a whole scoring model to create projections. Yeah, I think showdown projections would be great, but I know would press you for daily content. You know what though? Here's the thing. Most of us that are doing this it's for a hobby, right? I'm already building, like, what you guys need to, not so much you need to know. Most of us have said this before, and most of us, I mean, like, talking about Byron Lindeque, even Rick Gaiman. It's like we're doing these things for ourselves anyways, not the whole broadcasting stuff, but the whole data. I'd be doing this no matter what. So, and it's fun. I absolutely enjoy doing it. I enjoy learning, like, how to build a website. I enjoy doing that. I enjoy putting together data like this. I enjoy doing all this stuff. It's fun. So it's a hobby, but how awesome would it be if I can make it a profession. You know, this could be my full-time job. And if it was my full-time job, you damn well bet I'd be going live every single day. I'd be talking about, you know, like when the tournament's going on. So like Wednesday nights, I would do showdown slates for Thursday. Thursday night, I'd do showdown slate for Friday, so on and so forth. We'd do a Friday cut sweat. I could just be hanging out listening to music while kind of going through this, or shoot, you know, if I could, it would be like an entertainment / information page. You know, there are other things that I could be doing other than just doing golf related stuff. But if someone were to come into the stream and be like, whoa, hold on, what are we doing for this? Or, you know, whatever, while I might be doing something else, you know, that would be fun. Obviously that's a pipe dream. Maybe at some point in time we can get there, but for now it's whatever. It's okay. Like, this is fun. But yeah, if I can build a site that people go to, that use, that enjoy it, make money doing that, there is that possibility where then, yeah, this could be a full-time gig. Okay. So here's my question too. I know I have 2 people in the chat. Yeah, I don't even know. Do we have more? I didn't even look. Nope, just 2 people. Maybe stroke scene. Yeah. Stroke scene's really good. Good idea. So here's the thing. Oh, that's so good. Good question, or good topic. All right, so you like I already mentioned. I'm glad you brought that up, by the way. Super glad you brought that up. Here's what I would probably leave it at. Like you already see what's on the screen right now. You see how it takes up the full screen? You know, it's easy for me to convey this to you, like, okay, we're looking up all this stuff right here, right? You can see all that. Well, what happens if I add strokes gain, you know, total, strokes gain off the tee, strokes gain approach, strokes gained around the green, strokes gain putting, strokes gain ball striking, strokes gain short game, strokes gained, what did I call it? How about OP, off the tee and putting? Those are those stats I like. You know, there's obviously scrambling. What other stats can there be? But here's my whole point. You see now on this one page, you can only see the strokes gained total. Well, if I want to include everything, now it gets like that. You can't see that. So that's what I need to be cognizant of. So I might need a round by round scoring and then round by round strokes gain page. And to be quite honest, when it comes to round by round anything, this score is going to be reflected in the strokes gained total. You know what I'm saying? So that's a really good, that's a good point. Yeah, strokes gain is very important. People love strokes gain stats. Well, here's the thing. Okay, so what I could do is you would load the golfers for a particular tournament. Like you would ask, like basically you'd have something like this. You'd go tournament, make this green, and then this would be a drop down data. Forget, where do I need to go? Data validation. Yeah. Data value, no. We'd want it from a list. And you know what I'm just going to do? We're just going to go source. We're going to make this the list. Just because. And hit that little button. Go okay. So now we have a list, and then you would pick whatever tournament it was. That sucks. I forgot that that's what that will do. Can I merge this, I hope? Probably not. Oh, I can. Nice. Beautiful. Okay. So you would choose whatever the tournament was. And then that would filter all this out. And so what you could do is you could have this here, but you could also have this down here. So this would be all scoring, right? And then you could see strokes gain. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's just copy this down here. And quite frankly, let's just copy this over here. Let's do something like that. And paste that right there. There we go. And then you'd have your strokes. Okay, we could do something like that. Because whatever you chose up here, whatever tournament you were looking at, whether it was this tournament or not, that would then filter out by this stuff, and these things would only happen. So basically something like this would happen. You would just, you know, it would hide that so you'd see more. So if you wanted to see points, like just like fantasy score, you get that. If you want to see strokes gain, you'd get this. And then perhaps I would make some kind of... we don't want it that big. Maybe I create a little box up here. You know, an average score, I guess. Average birdies. So on and so forth. And then you'd have a table right here. Oh, go back. What was that? Did I forget to include headers? My table has headers. Don't fuck it up. So basically you'd have this. And the data that would come from here would pull into here for all of your totals or whatever, and it would all be based off of whatever this drop down is. So you get your averages, average score, average birdies, probably average total, average DK points, percentage they're inside the top 10 for DraftKings points, so on and so forth. Hey, that's a good... Okay, so tee times will definitely be a page. So good call. Okay. I want to do round by round. I'm going to call it round by round. So basically I can create menu items. So how I'm kind of envisioning this is you'll hover over a menu and it'll create a sub menu, and under that sub menu it might say scoring, and then you could have round by round scoring, and then under that could be strokes gain, and maybe we could have full strokes gain and round by round strokes gain. So we'll do, you know what, I'm still gonna have to name this round by round scoring. Yeah, that's what I'll add as a page. And we'll put restrictions on this. Publish. Publish without launching. I'm not going to edit that. I just want to build the pages for now. Ooh. Oh, nope, I can't do it that way. It's like, oh, I could just keep adding pages from here. Add new page. This will be round by round strokes gain. Did we just go at like this? SG stats, maybe? You know what? We should do it this way. Yeah. Should do it like that. I should go and change the other one to be like that as well. I'm gonna show you what this is gonna look like though. Like, I'm kind of getting super excited about it now that we're going through all of this stuff. All right, so scroll down. Oh yeah, I forgot there was you know what, I'm gonna edit this one too. I created the bucket system. So what you title these matters. It's gonna show up that way on the site. So Obviously, we got the bucket system. We're going to be looking at the bucket system. Don't worry. Can I just... What's a... Oh, yes. Nice. I didn't know we could do quick edit. Round by round scoring. So we have strokes gain stats. We just say fantasy scoring? Like fantasy scoring or just scoring? Scores? Round by round scores? Let's keep it scoring. Just for now. We don't have to... Oh yeah, the slug. I love that. Slug is cool. Round by round scoring. Round by round strokes gain. The bucket system. Recent form. Course history is up here, right? Yeah. Maybe we call that like tournament history. Yeah, let's just keep it course history. Everyone knows course history. Tournament history, not so much. Okay, so we got round by round strokes gain, round by round scoring. What other ones do we need? JK Lawrence, you said merch page. You know what's interesting? What's funny about that? So next step for your store. I do have I can add the merch page. I just got to add all of my stuff here. Launch your store. So there will be a merch. There will be a merch page. We'll get there. Add new page. Okay, so we have round by round scoring. So outside of round by round, what other stuff would we have? I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to look at other people's websites. Oh yeah, I need cheat sheet. We need to have a cheat sheet. Of course we need a cheat sheet. That one's going to be the only thing that I'm going to provide for free in the beginning. Add new page. What other ones are we adding? What about front page, just basic top stats? Then another page that has deep dive stats for those who want to go there. Yeah, so what I actually plan on doing is all this up here. This is my menu. These are my menu items. These are going to change. So contact us. This is going to change up here. And basically what's going to happen, I'll have like a... So I'll probably have a home page. I'll have an about page. Services will just turn into stats, maybe? Or I haven't figured out what this menu item is going to be called. Could just be called stats. And so what you'll do is you'll hover over stats, and then you're going to have this drop down of... It's going to be a sub menu that just drops down. And under that, I could have something called basic stats. Then I could have advanced stats. And then I could have the bucket system, the cheat sheet, all that good stuff. Like, it'll be under here. Or maybe I'll just have like one of these menu items just be called the cheat sheet. And then you just click on the cheat sheet and boom, the cheat sheet appears. Maybe something like that. Definitely roster projection. LOL, just kidding. Oh yeah, marquee tea time. That's right. Top 10 stats needed on first page. Yeah, I think the first page is just going to be like a welcome page. So when you come to SweetSpotDFS.com, it'll just say welcome. Here are all the pages that I have available. Like, I'm going to have articles too, but here are all the pages available. And oh, by the way, if you want access to them, you're going to have to pay, you know, X amount of dollars. Like I said, the cheat sheet will always be free, and I'll probably have some articles that are free as well. But the thing you get from me that's going to be free is this YouTube channel, right? You don't have to pay anything to be on this channel. I'm going to give you all the information that you want, but I'm going to try to steer you to the website to use, just like everyone else. And of course, why not? Okay. What else was I gonna do? I don't think I need this. Okay, there's that. Okay, we're here. Oh yeah. I'm gonna give you guys your Oh, I suppose we can have a golfer profile page, right? Probably. Do we just call it profile? No, we probably have to call it golfer profile. I kind of want to just call it profile or golfers. What do you guys think? Should it be golfer profile or should it be golfers or golfer? Do you think like most people just when you see golfer profile that makes sense? Or golfer stats? Should I just call it golfer stats? Yeah, let's just call it golfer stats. What do you guys feel? Let me know. Golfer. Yeah, because everything else is going to be... You're going to have course history, you'll have a recent form. You have the bucket system, round by round scoring, round by round strokes gain. Maybe we just call it golfer profile. I think that probably makes sense because what it's going to have is like all their it's going to show where they're from. It'll show like their average stats when it comes to, you know, certain courses, stuff like that. Golfer profile. Okay, yeah, let's just call it golfer profile. I hate kind of being the same as everyone else, but some things just make sense that you should just stick with. We don't need to overcomplicate anything. It's not like whoever wrote golfer profile for the first time was the, well, not for the first time, but whoever put golfer profile in their website created the term golfer profile, so there's nothing to worry about with that. Okay. Oh, I forgot to... it doesn't matter. I'll modify all of these later. All right, so golfer profile. What else do we need to add? Did the cheat sheets. Oh, articles. That's for sure. Articles and videos. Articles. Well, that's not going to be some... Is that going to be a page by itself? Yeah, probably. Oh. Well, shoot. I didn't even... Interesting. Yeah, articles. Okay, sure. Sure. I will write. I'll begin writing. It's not that I don't mind. Actually, none. Doesn't require a membership. Or maybe it does. Sure. Yeah, well, let's make it. Yeah, there'll be a free option. Require you to sign in, check it out. I think, what do we do? Do we put videos on there? Do we paste videos? Do you think it'd be, here's my thought. I can give you an all-in-one site. So if you wanted to watch my videos, you could click on them on my site. Should I include videos? So like the homepage, for instance. We go back to the homepage. This video here, you can just start watching. right? So how are you guys? You can start watching the video on my site. I mean, it has a link for you to go to YouTube, and you wouldn't have the chat that you guys have right now. But would it, I mean, when it comes on replay, yeah, I probably should just keep. Here's the thing too. I guess another thing I didn't think about, I imagine it's going to slow down the site. It's probably going to create a server load that I don't know if it'll be able to keep up with. That's the only issue I think that's worrisome. That is one of the only things I think Rick Run Good does that isn't over cluttered. I listened to him at first, then you said he was arrogant and man, he treats his followers like idiots. Isn't that weird? I mean, like, yeah. When I first was watching him and I had gotten that treatment, I'm like, okay, pal, I can go somewhere else. You're not, you know, you're not the messiah when it comes to data golf. Like, I don't need to watch this. You think videos is smart? Sure, I agree. Yeah, that's the thing that really irks me, man. I can't stand it. Little 5 nothing data an analyst thinking he knows golf. No offense to the 5 nothings, but I don't want him treating people, you know, like crap. Actually, we'll keep this one free. That's all I gotta say about that. Okay. Articles, videos. I got the cheat sheet, the golfer profile. Yeah, links to your vids are a must once on replay. Yeah. Okay. What else do we have? I'm looking at another site, trying to figure out, is there anything in there that I like, that I want to add? I don't see anything like PGA stuff on some of these sites. Like, they're all encompassing fantasy sites. Like, there's rankings. I've seen that on a couple. Like, what are the rankings? Personally, does that matter? Does that matter to you guys? Like, when it comes to like what I think are the best plays? Can't even say it's the best plays. I don't personally think it's the best plays. I think it's just like, you know, like for me, it's all putting golfers together according to the bucket system. I suppose I should create an optimizer page. Yeah, let's create an optimizer page. And basically what the optimizer page is going to include for the short term, since I'm not going to be able to build it on here, will just be a link to where you can, or maybe it'll be like a download page. I wonder, yeah, I think I probably could. I probably could like create a folder on this page, dump in the optimizer for anyone to go. That's probably, yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna have to do for the short term. Actually, yeah, let's call it the SweetSpotDFS optimizer, not just optimizer. Mostly because it's what got you started, but get the BW thing with vids. BW. Black and white thing with vids? What does BW stand for? Yes, 2 point, because we come to you for your intellect. Having your sleepers and picks wouldn't be bad based on your system. Yeah, so that's actually something I was really gonna think about. Here's one thing I like about my site that I have yet to to update or to edit. See if I don't know if it's going to show up. It's supposed to. Maybe I need more of something, but a link should show up. I don't know if I just need more items for it to show up. Let me see if it'll... No, it's still not showing up. I don't know. So, a newsletter pop-up should happen. And so, what I'll have with the newsletter is I will put my... Because I'll be building lineups. And I'll bandwidth. Yeah. Thank you. I'm most likely going to create a newsletter because it's going to, like, when I build lineups Wednesday night, I learn new things that I haven't shared with you guys. And I'm not just going to, you know, create a video like, guys, here's what I learned about building lineups tonight. You know, I like to take in all the information that I possibly can, you know, and then, I mean, like, my Wednesday nights, I'm building lineups around 10 p.m. And sometimes I might like sit there and really analyze what I want to do. And I might stay up till 2 in the morning. Sometimes it'll be 3 in the morning. So, you know, I'm not going to be able to build something like a newsletter or go online that late at night. But sometimes I figure things out late. I don't know if this will help, but if you can use the guys for data APIs. Here's what I want to do different than what other people do. I want to create my stats. APIs are wonderful, but a lot of that stuff to me is noise. I just want to give you the things that I think are important. So like I don't, you know, like all those yardage buckets that like Rick Run Good does and stuff like that. I don't use those at all. I could not care less about those things. When I'm building lineups, I'm literally just doing this. I'll show you. I'll go through a little run. I'll do a rundown for you. So I have all my exposures here, right? Like I have my strategy when it comes to building lineups for exposures. But basically I will, so we're at 140 lineups. Let's just pretend last night I wanted to get to 150 lineups. So it's like, oh, this is really good. I'm already looking at my exposures. I see I'm already over with Wyndham Clark. That's fine. How about I just run one? Just see what will the optimizer give me? And hey, I don't mind this lineup at all. JJ Spawn. Let's see how well is this lineup doing. We got Scheffler. Day. We already know Day's kind of struggling, but he can make it back. Hughes is up there, obviously. Davis is up. Oh, Davis like 2 under, I think. Spawn, I think, was doing okay. Oh, he's still doing okay. He's at 2 under. And Norlander. Okay. Here's that lineup. Like, this is nuts. Oh, Day, I must have unlinked. I feel like Day can come back. I think it's going to be fine. But here's that lineup. 500, 400, 200, 200, even, +2. And currently, 54 people are tied at even or better. Day has a morning tee time tomorrow morning. Like, I think he can get this back to even, if not 1 under. I think that's what the cut will be. But look at this lineup. This is the first lineup I had built after this. And basically what I'm doing when I'm building lineups is I'm just looking at names and I'm like, you know what? Sure. I don't like JJ Spawn in this lineup. I won't lie. I don't want JJ Spawn, and I didn't want Mac Hughes last night. You can tell that by I capped his ownership at 10% and the optimizer put him in there at 10% because it's like, dude, Mac Hughes, put Mac Hughes in the lineup, put Mac Hughes in the lineup. I'm like, nah, man, Mac Hughes isn't that good. You know, so then, you know, I would save that lineup and just keep it as is. And now it'll track the Mac Hughes. Where is he? Did he go up to 11%? Yeah. So now the optimizer won't select Mac Hughes. And so I just do it again. Run it again. I don't care. Let's see what names pop up. Eric Barnes, Matty Schmid. Okay, Jake Knapp. I like Jake Knapp, so I would have probably played this lineup, but I'm like, you know what? I'm seeing too much Jason Day. So here's what I would do. Like if this happened last night and I'm like, God, there's so much, I'm building so many Jason Day lineups. I don't want to build more Jason Day lineups. Eric Barnes is getting the boot, so I'll go down to Eric Barnes' name. You're like, let's bring him back just in case, and I'll hit run optimizer again. And then we build this lineup, which has Jake Knapp in it again. Unfortunately, he obviously isn't doing so good, but last night I would have been somewhat excited. I have no idea what Alexander's up to. Even par. Perfect. There we go. Even par for Tyson Alexander. So that lineup itself was good. Do you notice that I'm not at all looking up yardage buckets? I'm not at all looking up any of that other noise. I'm basically using the metric that comes from my website, or not website, from my cheat sheets. So I'll open that cheat sheet right now. Like this is all that I give you guys, and I even show you what I include in the scores. I'm looking at their OWGR and I'm allotting them 100 points. I'm looking at all the grass stats that come with it. That's their average finishing position. I'm looking at course history, which obviously is just tournament history. Season log, bogey avoidance, birdie or better, driving distance, recent form DraftKings points, their average finishing position over the last 7 weeks. Like this goes into all my scores. And then, oh my God, Scotty Scheffler's at number 1. There are no yardage buckets in here. There's none of that garbage. Like I will straight up call it garbage right now. So like the people who are really into like, let's go approach the green. People who are like really into the yardage buckets, when they're looking at all this garbage right here, who cares? That's not like, it just, when people really get into like the nitty gritty of stats, you'll hear some people talk about, well, you know, let's talk about wind. I once heard Ricky Gaiman talk about this. Oh, why would we look at wind? You know, the entire day, what? We got gusts that'll go up to like 50 miles an hour or something like that. Does that gust for every golfer? Is it just going to be a flat 10-mile-an-hour wind for everybody? Or do some golfers in the afternoon get it, you know, affected more than in the morning? Yada, 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 yada. Literally. Just, yes. Okay, so let's use that logic to all these other things. Nico Echeverria, 175 or 150 to 175 yards. He's first when it comes to green and regulation percentage. I know there's these proximity. Okay, proximity is probably the better ones. Approaches from whatever. Let's use Eric Barnes, 175 to 200 yards. He's first. His average proximity is 25 feet 9 inches. 25 feet 9 inches. Okay, which golf courses were those at? Was there a lot of wind? Was it in the rain? No, none of those shots that he had. Were they all at Puerto Rico, where it was easy scoring conditions? Were they difficult scoring conditions? Do we even know? So then you're going to use this flat number, like he's number 1 for this stat. You're going to use that flat number and determine, you know what? I really like Eric Barnes this week because we're going to have more shots at that yardage going into the green. It's like, okay, well, let's use the same logic we did like Rick did with wind. How do you know? How do you know that the tournaments that calculate this are any good? You don't. We have no idea the quality of these shots. Same really goes with like, well, we know Adam Scott's a good ball striker. We know Colin Morikawa's a good ball striker. But even those guys, it's just like, okay, how do we exactly know which, you know, you actually know what tournaments these guys play in? And they actually do play in the tougher tournaments. So this looks way more impressive. But if you're going to do this as a flat, Like, I did not click his name. I was scrolling. But like Matty Schmidt, for instance. Okay. What tournaments were those? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You direct messaged me, JK? Oh. Let's see. By the way, I got on this tangent because of the APIs. I think APIs are great, but what's going to differentiate me versus anyone else is going to be my custom stats, right? Let's see. Al Smizzle puts out a cheat sheet with his top studs, values, and pivots for the week. Has 16 golfers that he would build his score from. Yeah, so that's a good point. You know, that was the one thing I was thinking about with this cheat sheet that, or not cheat sheet, newsletter that I'd want to create. Was what are the common combos that I'm building lineups with that just work, that fit the buckets, that fit all that stuff, but also include a lot of the low end guys, and then also which low end guys, excuse me, show up often. So it's like, you know, that's not terrible. I wouldn't mind doing something like that. Like, hey, you know, like this last week or this week, if I go back to my cheat sheet, I'll show you. I scroll down and I could give you my strategies. So I even said this during the stream though. All the AM guys, like look at this is the exposures that I'm setting them all at. AMs, you'll see all the AMs are like 2% or less. I have 0 AM golfers that have 2% or more exposure levels. But do you see all the PM golfers? So the PM golfers, Nate Lashley was at 4%, but he kept getting picked by the optimizer. So I was like, nope, don't want to do it. Don't care. But like, you know, Michael Kim, 8%. Goddard was one of my favorite golfers to play this week. Chan Kim was one of my favorites. I tried to get Bud Colley to be selected, but the optimizer didn't really care. Ryan Palmer was selected a lot. So too was Justin Suh. I was like, whatever. But yeah, 2%. Like, you know, a lot of people were on Carson Young this week. I don't like that AM. He's not necessarily a scrub, but he's one of those guys that I'm just like, I'm not gonna put a lot of investment in that golfer. Likewise, Matty Schmidt, I put him at 12%. Actually, I don't even know how is Matty Schmidt doing. Yeah, he's -2, and he's going to have a morning tee time tomorrow. So, like, that's what I would include in the newsletter. I would just be like, you know, hey, I'm targeting these PM guys that are cheap priced. And even if I scroll down, I mean, like, Kevin Doherty was one of my favorites. Look at it. I have him at 6%. I added 100 points to his score because I wanted to see more Doherty in my lineups. I know he's like at -2. I'm wondering what Springer's doing. Goddard I also gave. Campillo. Let's see what those guys are up to. Goddard up, -3. Campillo, I think, was struggling. He came back to even. That's good. What's Springer up to? He got back to even. Perfect. Like, all of this is just confirmation bias for me, essentially. Johnny Vegas was struggling today. I shudder to even like look his name up. I think it's going to be terrible. Who else down here? We already talked about Tyson Alexander. Nicholas Lindheim. He's in one of my good lineups. I think he's even. I don't know what he ended up finishing at. Yeah, even. That's fine. That's fine. I have so many players that are you know, in a good position, especially if the wind picks up tomorrow, which is supposed to. So that would be my strategy. I don't really want to do like pivots. I don't care about ownership. I really don't. Like, that's not a bit that I do. I know it turns into a bit, but you know, like if you're talking about ship it, Tyler Tamboline goes on to Mayo show all the time, and he talks about combinations, putting golfers together. It's exactly what the bucket system does, except for the bucket system is more or less targeting like the perfect lineup. And in order to do the perfect lineup, you're going to have to pick some of these scrubs. And those scrubs alone are going to be enough to get you leverage on the field. So, I mean, Jason Day is really the only bad player of all the golfers that I have selected through the bucket system. Like, I literally am a firm believer in the bucket system. That's what I would be selling to you. Not so much selling to you guys. I'd be marketing to you. Like, use this 100% to find, you know, your best answers you possibly can. Yeah, and I mean, I kind of 0%, let's see, 1% on Endicott. Kind of interested to see what he ended up doing. -1. Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, like, the confirmation bias is going through the roof right now for me. Adam Long and Day Chessart. I mean, jeez. Come on. Adam Long, do something. +3. That sucks. There we go. -1 for the guy who's just been, like, sucking so much this year. It is what it is. All right. Let's get back into the lineup building stuff. Or not lineup building, but the page building stuff. This was fun. I've got some opinions. Alrighty, pages. What other pages do we need to add? Ooh, 4 people in the chat. Okay. Let's do here. Let's do another roll call. This is going to get you an additional entry into the giveaway. Not only is it you participating on the channel will give you an entry into this giveaway, but doing it right now will get you an additional one. So roll call number 2. I'm going to ask again. Same question I asked before. What do you want to see on a fantasy golf website? What would you like to see? What? Yeah, that's all I'm going to leave it at. What would your favorite thing be to see on a website? BJ Surf, what's going on? Free site? Some of it will be free. Not all of it, though. Daniel Bold. Oh, I was just telling you how he did it. Not to do it the same way. It just makes it easy for basic people to go to the site quickly without stats. Just basically favorite plays. Gotcha. Yeah, no, I didn't mean anything by that, by the way, Daniel Bold. Most of it's just me speaking out loud. So, hope you didn't take offense to it. You ever dabble in machine learning and golf data? Machine learning? What do you mean machine learning? Elaborate. I'm not sure what you mean. Okay. FR Leader, what's going on, man? Actually, BJ Surf, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, do so, and I will give you this free entry into the giveaway. By the way, if you didn't know, I do giveaways. $5 weekly giveaways. I'm giving away $100. Actually, I'm giving away 120, I think. Yeah. So you see this is crazy because you know, next month it's going to be another, my next goal will be like 700 subscribers, and we're already halfway between 650 and 700. So 677, you can see that's how many subscribers I have on the channel. I'm going to be giving away $10 extra over that sub goal of 650 for every 10 subscribers. So what we're at right now, 677, means I'm giving away $20 additional to that right there. So $100 is what I'm normally giving away every month once we hit the goal. We already hit the goal, so I'm doing $10 extra over that goal. So we need 3 new subscribers to get $30 added to the monthly goal. So I'll give away $130 when it comes to Tuesday. So BJ Surf, if you're not yet subscribed, you can just add 1 subscriber closer to get to 680, and then the month following 650, that sub goal will go from 650 to 700, and will be that much closer to the next goal, which then I will give away $100 for the next month. Plus you'll be in the giveaway for this next week's $5 giveaway as well. So up to you, sir, or ma'am. Sure, sir. Machine learning is AI. Oh, okay. Okay. No, but I'm curious as to if I were to teach AI how to do the bucket system, I'm curious how much more efficient it would be. How crazy wouldn't it be weird if it just figured out answers for us? Like, oh yeah, you want to play Scotty Scheffler this week. Doesn't even matter about the ownership. He's going to be in the perfect lineup, so you need to play Scotty Scheffler. That'd be so funny. Just now we're picking, or we're figuring out future stuff. Do you mean AI projections from different buckets put together than overall composite score? Maybe. I don't know. All right. So, anyone else new in the chat? I'm asking, what would you like to see on the website? Like what on a fantasy golf website? What pages would you like to have on there? Currently, we have articles, the cheat sheet, course history, golfer profile, a homepage, obviously. Membership stuff that you don't really necessarily have to care about right now. A recent form page, round by round scoring. Oh, did I not create round by round strokes gained? Oh, there's a second page. Ha ha ha. Second page. Round by round strokes gained, the bucket system, and videos, and the optimizer. Forgot about that too. What else are we adding? Yeah, basically let some ML AI algorithms play with the data. Curious what we could get it to spit out. I know. Same, man. Same. I need form stats for live guys. I also want to get into live stuff too. So many things all at once, and this is all that I want to focus on, is just building the site. I am gonna be live for a max of 20 more minutes. So, if you guys want to talk about anything specific or anything pressing, let's talk about it now. But I'm gonna do a hard cutoff of 9 p.m. So 8:40. It's 8:40 right now. 20 more minutes. What else do I want to add? Let me look at some other sites. FR Leader, how are you doing, by the way? when it comes to DFS or first round leader bets.
Shopify helps you sell at every stage.
Or I should ask you guys, what do you like about other sites? What are some things you like about other fantasy sites? Whether it's football, baseball, basketball, golf, doesn't matter. What are some things that you like from their stuff? I don't really care about that site. Three ball projections and two ball projections. Interesting. So if I remember correctly, it's basically taking three guys against each other and trying to determine who is more likely to win in that matchup. Is that what that is? Three ball and two ball? Because I mean, like, Ryan Henson always comes, like, he I shouldn't say always. The last couple times we had conversations, he was telling me about the two ball and three ball stuff that he does, and that's how he usually builds lineups. He looks at win percentages amongst those people, and then he will put whatever golfer's likely to beat another golfer or whatever three ball that they're in. He'd much rather take that top guy and then mix him in with all the other top guys. Yes, sir. Okay, that's what I thought. It's a cute way of doing it. Hey, I know I can be stubborn at times. I'm certainly open-minded to hearing all ideas. Three ball and two ball, I'd have to figure out how to do that when it comes to like projections. I have some ideas for new stats though. Here, let me open that up. I created a document and I saved it. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so I haven't looked at this in forever. How do you guys feel about these things? Create a group scoring metric for each golfer. I'd have to figure out what that means again. Group scoring metric for each golfer. I don't know what that means. For right now, I don't know what that means. DK points versus scoring average. Who's above true value? DK points average versus field average per tournament. That would be interesting. So looking at someone's DK points and then averaging out the entire field and see who's all over that or like who's above that. That could be for like a specific time period, whether it's like last 7 weeks, last, year, 36 rounds, 24 rounds, stuff like that. DK points adjusted to strength of field. Wow, that would be interesting, huh? Like if you have strength of field that's like 900 and Scotty Scheffler comes out at top, like the Players Championship, and he scores 120 points, you would, depending on whatever the average strength of field is, you would adjust it based off of that. So his 120 points might turn into 140. It's interesting to think about. DK points when tournament winner is -20 or lower. DK points when tournament winner is -10 or higher. That's interesting. Birdies per round, yeah. Eagles per round, yeah. Birdie streaks per round, yeah. Ooh, DK scoring average as whatever bucket that they're in. That would be really interesting. Ooh, that's okay, cool. I'm glad to see that. So basically what I mean by this obviously, I have 6 stat categories for buckets, right? So Scotty Scheffler was a what? He was a last year 1, which means he finished inside the top 20 of this last year. He finished 9th in the 2023 Houston Open. So he's under that bucket. What is his average DK point, or what's his average DK points when he's a last year 1? That'd be pretty cool to think of, right? And then average finishing position, average DK points versus salary. I already do that. Actually, I don't. I kind of do, but I do it in a separate tab. Scoring potential. How many rounds under 60? We mean 70? That's got to be 70. How many rounds with tournaments? 3+ rounds under 70? Yeah, this is under 70. Birdie potential. How often does a player have 13+ birdies in a tournament? That's cool. That I would like to know that. Same with that 2+ eagles in a tournament. Average finishing position after a top 10. That's very interesting. And same goes with after a cut. What is the potential of a player? At his best, what is his best finish? Where was it? Most DK points scored, baseline points, and consistency level. Yeah, I'd probably want to know that. Top 10% versus starts. Convert percentage into a number and then multiply by... Oh, yeah. Yeah, this would be like the BOP is what I called it. Breakout percentage. What's the like you look at all this, and that was perfect for last week, by the way. Last week, Peter Malnati won. He literally had it. Let me pull it up. I'm really curious to look at this, and I'm gonna mention this to you guys and this will be a part of like a scoring page on the website. So this is my this would be my holy grail of stats that I use. I can zoom in for you guys so you guys can see a little bit better. But if I were to go to Malnati and just look up Malnati. Okay, so we have Peter Malnati here. Let me zoom out just a little bit. I just want to get to DK top 10s. Okay. I've also started to keep track of DK top 20s now. But this category right here, DK top 10s. So like here, let's sum this up and just go AE2 to AE 2192. Oh, it's gonna count all of them. Okay, never mind. Here. So Peter Malnati, when I just do this on the Excel, he has 6 top 10s. So he has 6 DK top 10s. 6 and 101 events. So this would equal... So he has a top 10 rate of 6%. 5.94%. So what I would want to track, so 5.94. So basically 6 in 101 tries, or 1 in every 16 events. Actually, it's going to be 1 in 17 events. 1 in 17 events. He is doing a top 10. So let's count. This was week 1, right? So let's see. If I go back, this was 24 events prior to his last. So here's his last DK top 10. You count all these zeros, that's 24 tournaments he played without a top 10 in DraftKings points. Then he got one here. So basically, it's a 6% clip, which is 6 times 16 is 96, 16 times 7, or I'm not 16. 6 times 17 would be 102. So let's just say 1 in 17 times he's hitting. I think that's how that works, right? Yeah, it's around 17. 1 in 17 tries, he gets a top 10. Okay. So that was 24 events, actually technically 25 events before he got his next top 10. And then prior to that, it was pretty quick. It was 7 events. Actually, I should do it like this. 25, yeah, so 25, and then 7 events prior to his last top 10 before that. And then before that, holy crap, 60 events before his last DK top 10 prior to that. 60. So basically, and then he actually had one really, oh my God. Hey, this is actually something worth looking into. So when he has a top 10, when it's been a while since he's had a top 10, he gets one like 7 weeks later? Nah, not all the time. Never mind. Not all the time. That was crazy. But yeah, that would be 7 times, and he actually had 2 back-to-back DK top 10s. I think those were at probably crappy tournaments. It's at Bermuda. No. So here's one. It was Sanderson and then Shriners. That's where he had his like back-to-back DK top 10s. And then he had one 7 weeks later at the Farmers Insurance Open. Wouldn't you like to know that? Okay, and then he just went cold. He went super cold for a while. So basically what I would be trying to figure out is what's the likelihood, like which golfers are, you know, one, it would be looking at, let's say maybe the field average is 3%. Maybe Pierre Malnati has just a little bit better of a percentage than him. Well, we're at that threshold. If his DK top 10 percentage is at 6%, and we've already gone 20 events, you know, like literally, I guess from here to here, this moment in time, this tournament right here should have been, from here going forward, just bet Pierre Malnati until he gets a top 10. You know, for top 10s. 8 events it would have taken you to get there. 8 events. Now that's not going to apply all the time, but basically what the stat that I'd want to create would do would be like, Pierre Malnati has a 100% BOP, which is breakout percentage, meaning he is busting at the seams waiting to get a top 10 based off of his stats and based off of the average DK top 10 percentage. And maybe we even put him into a category. Maybe he's a C tier golfer. So of all C tier golfers, maybe there's a 1% BOP, you know, or let's do 2. 2 would be, yeah, 2 would be better. So 1 in every 50 events. So if a golfer is, you know, on his 50th event and he is not yet top 10 for DraftKings points, and say we're at a crappy tournament like the Bermuda Championship, there's a likelihood he's going to finish inside the top 10. At least when it comes to just statistical, you know, like probabilities, him getting a top 10 at this event is going to be higher than anywhere else. So I kind of think that that's what I want to do. Something like that. All right. I just went on a tangent there. Let me read the chat. Yes, sir. Heard that player web diagram. Gotta run. Good night. Okay, FR leader. Your buck system operates you already, so it's difficult to come up with something innovative. Yeah, but I mean, geez. Oh, separates. Yeah, I can still innovate though. One stat I want to see is DK points without finishing points. Oh, for sure. Seems harder to find than it should be. Okay, now I'm really leaving. So that's another thing on my, dude, there was a, okay, actually, now that I get reminded, I'm going to create a page right now. And it's going to be called Job Board. because I want to reward people who help out with the website. I will either be paying you money or I'll be paying you in membership, like with memberships. Basically, that's what I'll be doing. So the job board is going to have grab me birdies for every golfer from this event. And just so you're aware, let's go like 2021 Valspar Championship Golf Channel. I don't know if Golf Channel still has a website. I don't think they do. That sucks. So Golf Channel used to do, you could grab leaderboards from them. Oh, that sucks. Maybe 2017? Golf Channel? Yeah, they must have shut it down. Dang it. There used to be a website that would show you the birdies. That would give you the birdies. Oh. No way. Okay. I didn't know this existed. I didn't know this existed. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. Birdies, pars, bogeys. So basically what... Now I might not even need you guys. Oh my God, this is so cool. Thank God this exists. On ESPN of all places. ESPN, by the way, this is where I get most of my finishing position stats and stuff like that. There we go. Birdies. I have a calculation. Like I have a website that will calculate your DraftKings points without finishing positions based off of this. All of it. Eagle, birdie, pars. I would need to know, yeah, so I would still need a job where someone would have to go find birdie streaks. So basically what I would need you to do is go round by round. First of all, figure out which hole they started on. Maybe they didn't start on one. Yeah, you see how it changes? You'd have to figure out, or it doesn't change. You'd have to figure out which hole they started on, because maybe they started on 10. And so if you had a birdie on 8, 9, 10, you might first think like, oh, that's a birdie streak, but technically it wasn't a birdie streak. So I would need to figure that out. I'd have a job for someone to do to find me birdie streaks for the 2017 Valspar Championship. And basically what I would need someone to do would be to go through each leaderboard for each golfer and try to find 3 birdies in a row, and also know what hole they started on. And maybe ESPN wouldn't be the right place to go to. Maybe it would be PGA Tour. So if we went to PGA Tour, I think they have it set out the way it's supposed to. Yeah, perfect. So you'd go here and you try to find 3 birdies in a row for me for every golfer in the field. And there's 150 or 132 golfers. So I understand it's going to be painful to some extent, but that's what I would need to know, because that would give me, but basically all you would do is you'd go through each of these golfers. All you're doing is clicking. Like there's no calculations that you have to do. So here's one, it's a birdie streak right there, obviously. So there's birdie streak 1. No birdie streak there. No birdie streak there. So just Adam Hadwin gets 1 birdie streak on round 2. And so you would record that. Round 2, he gets 1 birdie streak. And I know it's monotonous, right? This would be really boring. But hey, if you wanted a free membership into my site, this is what I'd ask you to do. Or maybe I just pay you $60 to do this. For one tournament. Like I would probably time myself doing one of these and then I would put that into a wage and then put it on the job board and say, hey, I need birdie streaks for the Valspar Championship. For every golfer in the field, and I'll pay you $15. Something like that. Yeah, good night, man. Let's see here. Most I like to hear build philosophy, which you do, and faves. Tour junkies are just hilarious. I truly don't know what you don't do that I go to sites for. Okay, cool. I'm a huge football DFS player and picked up golf on a whim. Your info plus authenticity is what kept me playing. Dude, love hearing that. That's exactly what I want to provide information while also being transparent with you. That's my big thing. Do you by any chance have a sheet that has what each of your stat categories mean on the dream sheet for us novices that are data nerds? Essentially, the only thing you can do is just go to the cheat sheet. This is what each of the buckets mean. So this is kind of your definition. It's the range. But when I create the bucket system page, basically what you're going to get will be a description. I'll also include my video that explains the bucket system. And you're going to have your stats here. This rank, that doesn't mean anything. It's just, this should be bucket number. This should say stat. Sorry. I forgot that I didn't update this for the cheat sheet. And then this would be bucket number. So the stat would be this, and this would be the bucket number, and then this is what that bucket means. So 1 to 20 range from last year. So we had 17 golfers from last year that finished inside the top 20 that are playing in this week's tournament. And basically what you could do to confirm that is, I already actually have it filtered by this. So your winner last year was Tony Finau. He finished first. Tyson Alexander actually finished second last year. Ben Taylor, Noren, Smalley. There's our boy Scotty Scheffler that finished 9th. So here are your 17 golfers that are in the last year bucket 1, but it's because they're in the top 20. And then that's exactly what you're going to see with bucket 2. So it makes sense from that way. So you can reverse engineer it and figure it out that way. By the way, I just noticed this. I would never play either of these guys, Brandon Wu or Taylor Pendrith, knowing that their finishes were in the 60th. This is like a dead range. Very few people finish inside the top 10 from here, from that bucket. So that would be good to know, average finishing positions from each bucket. Okay, I actually have to go. I have to go again, use the restroom, but I said 9 o'clock was my hard cutoff. So this weekend, I'm going to finish this, and I'm going to publish it. So be on the lookout for it. SweetSpotDFS.com. Yeah, just check Saturday or Sunday. I should have it up and running. You can go in there, sign up. You know, you don't have to pay anything right away. I'll keep things free for the time being. Yeah, I gotta go. So appreciate all you being here. Thank you for watching. While you're here, leave a like, comment, subscribe before you leave. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.